So in this video, I'm just doing a quick overview of the Goal Zero Lighthouse 250 and the Lighthouse Mini, both of which I've had for 2 years, and both have really done well during the test and a lot of use. So I actually had this one first, which is the Lighthouse 250, which has the top crank for manual charging, which still works good. No external battery, so you can't pull it out unless you unscrew everything, which I never have. And it's charged by USB. One thing that has broke on it, which is not really a huge deal, is the top part. So like the little handle, somehow that fell off one day when my kids were walking around with it. Other than that, everything else has worked pretty well. All the settings still work. Battery still works as it should. Some of the stats on here, when compared to like the Mini, the run times are a lot different, as you can see. So like a low or half light, half lantern setup, you'll get about 42 hours according to Goal Zero, 48 hours. High would be 12, and then turbo, which is the brightest setting you can put it on, is 5. And then once you go to full light, both sides of the lantern, everything pretty much gets cut in half. It does run about 2.5 hours. I have tested that out. And as far as charging stuff off of it, that's where it really drains it. So if you plug your iPhone, charge it off the lantern, it will drain pretty fast. If you run the light and charging, it's even faster, of course. One difference between the external charging ports on these is the Mini has a 1 amp output and the 250 has a 1.5 amp output. So what that means is for like your bigger phones, iPhone 7, iPhone 8, it takes a lot longer to charge off of this. It's basically, it'll help maintain it if you're not on it. As far as the Lighthouse Mini, it's held up really well. This one does have a battery you can pull out and replace. It's an 18650, labeled by Goal Zero. One thing I did find out that I didn't know is I bought another battery so I could swap it out. And as you can see, the Goal Zero 18650 is bigger than like the standard ones you'll find around like some of the stores. Both are 3000 milliamp hours, but as I said, you put this one in here and it just rattles around, won't even turn on. So I'm guessing with this you have to purchase the battery directly from Goal Zero. It's not a big deal, they're pretty cheap, 10 bucks or so. As far as this one, nothing's broke yet. Labels weren't worn off. Everything works as it should. Half lantern, then bright light. The biggest difference in these two is basically the size. As for run times, the Mini will run on half power, so half the lantern lit up, for around 500 hours according to Goal Zero, or 7 hours on high. Full, like both lights lit up on both sides, they say 400 hours plus. I've never got that yet. The longest I've got is probably around 48 hours straight running full power, and that's my kids using it, turning it on and off and running around with it. So I don't know where they got 400 plus hours, but other than that, if it's on low or you use half of it, I mean, you'll get a couple weeks out of it for sure, just using it occasionally. As I said, the biggest difference is the size between the two. So if you're a backpacker and you're all about space and weight, the Mini one might be the better option to go. It does everything this one does, minus the top part, which are the warning lights, or the hazard lights, I guess you could say. But like I said, the biggest difference is size and then weight. So if you're all about ounces and pounds, this would probably be the way to go.